Hello guys, this is 97 back with another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. And yeah, today I bring you guys an RU battle. And before we even begin, I just want to say a couple of things. Like, I got a new router for my home, so that means that I can battle everyone without any problems, and the Wi-Fi range is better and stuff, so I can be on my bedroom playing, not on my living room. So that's really nice. And yeah, if you do want to challenge me, just call me on Skype or something else, and yeah, I'll battle you because now it's fixed and it works with everybody. So went to Smogon and I found this RU battle for someone called Go Things 4-star. So yeah, and something else, I also got the code to see the opponent's HP stat. I really hope you guys enjoy that. If you do want me to continue using that thing, just post a comment saying if you do wanna do it. So, my opponent's team, he has a Crystal, which of course has that Surdy. It may have the White Herb Shell Smash, and he can always set up those spikes and Stealth Rocks. Then Hitmonlee can be the Unbourbon, fake out Normal Gem or something. Among Us, it's an Among Us, nothing else, and yeah, I can tell you that. Let's just go straight into the battle. So I am going to lead off with my Uxie because, I have those Stealth Rocks and such, I can always use Turn on if I want to. And he does bring in Crystal, and I want to set up the Stealth Rock because there's not much he can do to me, as he just goes for the X-Scissor right here, and X-Scissors being super effective, and I'm not invested in defense, I'm especially defensive. That still does under 50%, so that's pretty good for Yon because, well, Yon Uxie. That's just because, it's I'm not totally investing in defense, like I said before. I'm especially defensive, so yeah, that's really good. As he does want to set up his Stealth Rocks right now as I go into my Quillfish and get the Intimidate off. Maybe I was predicting him to go for another X-Scissor. And he does go now into Among Us, and I think I go for the Spikes, which, I already have my Stealth Rocks up, and getting the Spikes will be much better, because if I get my 3 layer Spikes, it will be really awesome. And right now, I just stay in, predicting him to go for the Spore, because nothing on my team appreciates to be asleep besides Quillfish. So just gonna go for another layer of Spikes, and he actually over-predicts and goes for the Sludge Bomb, so that allows me to go for my third layer of Spikes, which is really nice, because now I have Stealth Rocks and 3 layers of Spikes, and you will be kind of, forced to stay in and not being switching out just because I don't think he has a Rapid Spinner. If he does, I'm sorry. I don't think he does. As now I can go into my Uxie again just because I know that he cannot do anything to me, because like I said before, 2 times already, I'm especially defensive. He goes for the Giga Drain and that does absolutely nothing, so that's really good. And now he does make the switch into Crystal again, as I believe I go for the U-turn, because U-turn will be my best option right now, because I knew he would switch out, because why would he stay in, right? Because I do have the Psychic, which will be super effective. I do get a critical hit right now on the Crystal, that didn't matter at all, as I'm going to bring in my Cacturne right here. I'm Choice Banded, Adamant. I'm gonna go for that Seed Bomb, that Stab Seed Bomb, and I do get a critical hit, which I don't think it matters just because it's neutral, Stab, Choice Banded, and Adamant Max Attack Cacturne. So I don't really think it mattered, as it does bring in the Mandibuzz right now, and I do unlock into Seed Bomb, and that will do nothing because it's resisted. So I'm gonna go into my Quillfish to get the Intimidate off, and even if he does want to go for the Brave Word or something, which he does go now, that will not do much to me, because like I said, I got the Intimidate off and it's a Mandibuzz. Maybe it's not totally invested in attack just because now I see the HP stat. I think that's more of a defensive set. As I can now go into my Magneton, because I know that there isn't much that the Mandibuzz can do to me, but he does predict my switch or something, goes for the Whirlwind, and now he drags my Haunter, which is, I do have the Thunderbolt, but he maybe knows that and wants to switch out into Among Us, so I'm just going to switch out again into my Quillfish. To get another Intimidate off before he whirlwinds me out, sorry, or he goes into a Mugo, something like that. But he does go for another Whirlwind, and he drags again my Haunter, which is kind of, why is he only dragging Haunter? And now I go for the Thunderbolt just because I don't want to overpredict anymore, and I want to get rid of this Mandibuzz. But now he goes into Among Us, nice play on this part, as I go for the Thunderbolt, and because I am Choice Scarfed, I'm not going to be able to change my moves up. And like you see, Thunderbolt does, doesn't do much because it's non-stab and resisted, and it's an Among Us on top of that. So I do have to switch out into my Magneton right here, because Magneton, I do have the Eden Power Fire, and I know that Among Us can do nothing to me because now I'm a Violite and such, so I can go for the for the substitute, as if he does want to stay in, Sludge Bomb doesn't affect me, it cannot put me asleep or something. So I'm just gonna go for the substitute, as it actually goes into Dusknoir, and I don't really know what this Dusknoir wants to do. Maybe I know that, yeah, I was thinking it would be the Stally set with the Will-O-Wisp and such, so I went for the substitute. Like I said, go for the Thunderbolt. That will not be able to kill this Dusknoir, and he does go for the Earthquake, and now he does show that he has a Life Orb, so that's kind of an offensive set of Dusknoir, which is kind of, yeah, you don't regularly see that. But yeah, that's cool, it works for him, I guess. I gotta go for the Volt Switch right now because I know it would kill and I don't want to risk him switching into Among Us or something. And well, if he did switch into Among Us, I would have the free switch in. But now I can go into my Haunter as he brings in Among Us right now. And I want to see how much Shadow Ball would do to this Among Us, as I'm gonna go for it because I do want to know if this is a defensive or special defensive Among Us. And by the damage, this is more likely a defensive Among Us. And then I got the special defense drop, which actually doesn't matter too much. Just gonna go for the Giga Drain, and Giga Drain doesn't do much. Well, he does a good chunk considering during it was resisted, but yeah, it's an Among Us, and he does have a pretty nice special attack stat. And I go into my Magneton because, like I said before, there's nothing he can do to me. But he does switch now right now into his Mandibuzz. And I believe I go now for the Volt Switch, if I am not mistaken. Yes, I do go for the Volt Switch right now, because like I said, if he did want to switch out into Among Us, then I'll have the free switching. And Volt Switch almost takes out his Mandibuzz. Now I see it, he actually lived with 2 HP, so that's really nice. Because, well, it's not nice because, you know, he could have died right there, but still, I can go into my Quillfish, get the Intimidate, and there's nothing he can really do to me. He's just gonna go for a Whirlwind, and he whirls me out again into my Haunter, which is the 3rd time in a row. That's kind of interesting because you don't regularly see that, but that's fine. I just want to go for the Venom Shock right now. Well, I could have gone, well, not the Shadow Ball. Well, maybe the Shadow Ball would be the best option. It is resistant, but it would kill from that range. And now it does bring in Slowking and Among Us. Yeah, that would have definitely been the best option, but at the time I didn't think that. So yeah, I got to pay attention to that. But can go into my Uxie right now because I'm pretty sure that Slowking may carry Psychic, or he may carry Skull or something, so that I'm especially defensive, so that won't do much to me. As he just goes for the Calm Mind, so he has a Calm Mind Slowking, which is kind of interesting because, like I said, and like I always say, I don't regularly see that. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn because it's the only move I have to hit him super effectively. And yeah, I do U-turn out right now and go into my Magneton because, yeah, if he wants to go for an attacking move, yeah, that's the end of Magneton. But if he does want to go for another Calm Mind, then I can outspeed him and go for the Thunderbolt. And that even if he was at +2 special defense because of the Calm Mind, it would still do a good chunk because it's a Magneton and it's super effective. So I can go into my Ariame because I do have the Fake Out, and because I'm physical, he's +1 on special defense, doesn't really matter. As I go for the Fake Out, and thankfully, yeah, it always finishes. What am I saying? So I do get my my Flame Orb activated. Sorry, I'm gonna go for the +1 Stone Edge, I think, and that's not able to knock out this Slowking. Well, Slowkings are really bulky. He goes for the +1 Psyshock, and +1 Psyshock does not kill me, but after the burn, I'm gonna go down right now, so that's kind of unfortunate, just because, you know, I could have gone again for, this time I could have gone for the close combat, not risking Stone Edge, missing, but, you know, burn, it kinda sucks sometimes. But I can go into my Haunter, go for the Shadow Ball. That's definitely going to take out this Slowking right now. And he's down into his Among Us and his Hitmonlee, so he does bring in Among Us right now. I go for the Shadow Ball, and after the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes, Shadow Ball will actually be able to kill this Among Us. I wasn't expecting that it's actually able to kill him with no crit, like, yeah, no crit whatsoever. So he does bring in Hitmonlee right now. I don't really want to switch out just because I don't know if Stealth Rocks will kill me or not. So I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball, as he actually does leave the Shadow Ball, which is kinda, yeah, it's kinda bad because I still have to handle, with that thing. And I'm gonna go into my Uxie because, I honestly don't know why I went into Uxie, because there's not, well, I do have Psychic, but I cannot outspeed. He goes for the Stone Edge. Of course he hits the Stone Edge, because if it was me, well, I only usually hit 1 Stone Edge per battle, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. I can go into my Quillfish, get the Intimidate off, and I'm like, wow, he has high jump kick. And my Cacturne, it is super effective, he's gonna outspeed, I'm dead. So I'm like, maybe if I get Intimidated off, I can live one. But then I remember that I do have the Choice Banded Adamant Stab. Sucker Punch. So on that one shot to be able to knock out this evenly, and I just noticed I had Sucker Punch when I went into Cacturne. That was pretty funny. So yeah, if you do want to check out my last upload, it was a really cool NU battle. Yeah, if you want to go there, if you haven't watched it already, I guess you can just click there. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, and if you really want to see more videos from me, just leave a like because it's really appreciated. Leave a comment saying what you think about the opponent's HP stat. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Until next time, later.